Right, so this is a wireless remote control that you can use for your electrical devices when you don't have some sort of switch to turn them on and off. So this can be convenient if you've got something you'd like to just be able to turn off with a remote. What you're going to do, there's a bunch of them. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, and it looks like 2 remotes. So this is kind of cool. You'll have 5 different switches here basically for stuff that you can turn on and off, and this will require a battery, and it looks like we've got a battery for each one, so that's cool. And these things are easy to store because look at this, they basically attach to each other. Let's get the box out of the way here. So what we'll do is take these and plug them into the wall, and they are grounded, as you can see over here. So just unplug this, and we'll plug this into the wall, attach your device here, and then the idea is that you can control everything from one of these 2 remotes. So this could be pretty cool for things that you just can't reach, or don't have a built-in switch, or maybe, the Christmas tree doesn't have a switch for it, something along those lines. So I'll check these out, see how they work, and let you know. I know that the lighting probably looks really crappy right now, but that will change in just a second. And what I wanted to show you is how I'm going to use this product, which, let me spin the camera around here a little bit. So this little thing is a remote that controls these individual modules. And this reminds me a lot of what I used to do back when I was a DJ, because I would have different lights, strobes and all kinds of beacons and stuff going on, and I could just hit them with this wireless remote. And so any light or electrical appliance that meets whatever specification you need for this can be controlled by these little modules. So what you do is you come over here, and I've got this switch in the on position already. It's set on module number 5, and these are programmable, so you can assign whatever number you want to them. That way you can turn on 2 different devices at the same time if you need to. But as soon as I hit this switch, you'll see that turning on turns on the little fan here. So as soon as I hit the off button, that will cancel it out. And the first thing that occurred to me is the challenge that I have with my lighting situation where I make my videos, because let me back up here and invite you into my workspace. So I don't have a lot of room to work in here, unfortunately. You can see my desk is over here, my workbench is over here. I will set the camera down in a minute. I know it's really shaky, but I wanted to be able to move around with this. So between this stuff, what I've got is a light set up overhead. I've got one over here in this corner, and then I've got one over in this corner that I adjust, and then we got the green screen back here and everything, so which honestly is kind of a headache, but pretty easy to set up. If you want to use one of these, you just have to hang it from the wall, steam it, make it nice and flat, and most importantly, make sure you've got some good lighting. So what I want to do is eliminate a couple problems that I have. One of them is going to be this cord that runs across the bottom of the floor. So I've got a cord going over here, so there's one switch that will control this light, and then over here I've got this light with the cord hanging down, and you can see it's very messy. It goes behind here into this power strip, and when I hit this switch, that turns on the lights in this corner. So my overhead and my light in the corner here both are controlled by that same switch. So instead of having to worry about all this stuff running to different controllers, to different power strips, I'm just going to put a module like that on each of my lights so that I can press one button on this controller and have everything turn on. So I won't bore you with that process. I'll get it all set up and show you the end result in just a minute. All right, so now when I want to light up this room, and I'll turn off the overhead so you can see, all I have to do is hit the number 1, and I got all 3 lights on at the same time. When I'm done, bam, turn it off. Okay, I figured out where the LED indicator is. There's actually a light behind this panel. I'm going to turn off the lights because you can't really see it very well right now. So when you go to program these, if you hold this down for 5 seconds, you'll see a light flashing right there on the bottom. And when that flashes, you just press the number that you want to program, and there you go. Okay, so here's something interesting about this device. Now, I'm going to use this LED light to demonstrate, and it's very hard to get the right amount of lighting so that you can actually see the pairing LED come on. But long story short, first of all, this button on the side will function as a switch. So if you don't happen to have your remote handy, you can just go over here, click the button and it'll turn on whatever's plugged into it. So that's kind of a cool little override. If you don't have your remote, you're not out of luck. You can still use this without having to go through unplugging it from the wall. Now, secondly, you can put more than one of these receivers on the same channel, and you can have multiple channels for the same device. So in other words, I've currently got this set to number 3. So when I hit the 3, we're going to get the light to turn on and it's going to turn off. But what I can also do is I can put it back into pairing mode again. And from what I can tell, it looks like it will accept up to 3 different channels at the same time. So now I'll hold the 4 down until the light switches on. So now we've got it on number 4 and we've got it on number 3. Now, how do we get it off? Well, again, because it looks like it holds up to 3 different devices, if you put it back into pairing mode again, you can just pair it back to the same channel 3 times, or two additional times. So I'll put it back on 3 again, and then I will turn it off, and I'm going to put it back onto 3 one more time, and that should cancel out the other entry that I have, which is number 4. Oops, let's hold that on. Okay, so now we're still on number 4. So let's try that one more time. I think that if we do it maybe just once more, and again, it's hard to see if I've got it in pairing mode. We'll see. That did the trick. So now we've canceled it off of 4. So what I did is I just paired it multiple times onto one channel to take it off of the other ones. But if you wanted to set up a combination of, you know, say you've got your light, your fan, and something else, you can put them all on one number, turn everything on and off at once. I could probably do that at my bench, just kind of turn on everything, you know, turn on my camera, turn on my lights, turn on my power supply. Of course, you don't want to have too much probably running on one of these at a time. But overall, this is very convenient. A nice little device for, you know, things that are out of reach that you need to turn on and off. So there you go, another very cool product from EC Technology. This company sent me a lot of products, and most of them I've been very impressed with, you know, enough to make a video for. Oh, and by the way, there's my lights in one click. I really love it. So you can find links to purchase this and other EC Technology products in the video's description below. Thank you very much for watching.